Okay, so today I'm coming to you from Ferndale, Washington. It's just a couple miles north of Bellingham, which is the bigger city around here. It almost feels to me like it's like a suburb of Bellingham because it's only like, I don't know, 6 miles north of the airport, Bellingham International Airport, so it's super duper close to here. Anyway, for that reason, like a lot of things like Walmart, Home Depot, and all that stuff is just in Bellingham because it's like a, you know, it's like 5-6 miles away, so you just drive over there. So it's kind of connected city, so to speak. So anyways, we're going to do a quick tour of Ferndale, Washington. Here we go. One of my favorite things, first of all, is look at this sign right here. How cool is this? One direction is Vancouver, British Columbia. The next direction is Seattle. So that's true for right here in Ferndale and also, of course, Bellingham, because it's right next door. Okay, so let's start our walking tour here of Main Street, Ferndale. Oh, let me zoom out there, sorry. Okay, here we go. Well, isn't that nice? Winter Wonderland wishes from Ferndale. That's nice. What's cool about this, one of the things that's kind of cool about this town is that it's like, I mean, just like a lot of other towns here in Washington, it's just set right in the middle of a forest, so it's like super pretty. And because it, you know, rains a fair amount here, of course, it's like the streets are almost always super clean. It's like, you know, they're always being walked. Or somebody's keeping it clean. Anyway, it looks nice. Got a Taco Time, which is like a chain up in this area. Kind of like a Taco Bell Del Taco type. But yeah, see, look at all the forest just right off there. Whoop. Tons of forest. Alright, let's see if I can not get run over here. Okay. So I'm walking across the street here. Super cute town though. It's very well laid out, very nice, very clean. Something smells good. I think it's the Dairy Queen. Wow. Yum. I must be hungry. Anyway. So the other day there was a cloud that was drooping down, like down to the ground. It was really thick in the middle, and it's where I'm walking right now. But it looked at first, I thought it was a gigantic tornado, but then it wasn't moving, but it looked like a huge, massive funnel going down to the ground. It just wasn't moving. It was just a normal cloud, but it was kind of cool. It looked almost like a frozen tornado. It's pretty cool. Here's the gas prices here. I think they're a little cheaper here than they are in Bellingham. Right here's the bus. They've got a really great mass transit here. It's like I've used it. It's super inexpensive. It's like $1 one way or $3 for the whole day, or you can get like a month pass for like 20-something dollars. So it's super great, and the buses come really often. They come, I think, here every hour, and then they take you into Bellingham. You can go to Linden. You can go to, you know, everywhere you want to go to. Downtown Bellingham. You can go to Fairhaven. You can go to any stores you'd want to go to. This town, by the way, seems to have a lot of banks. Like, you'll see on the walking tour here, there's a fair amount of businesses, but a whole lot of banks. So I don't know why that is. I mean, I know there's a lot of, you know, wealth in this area for sure. There's a lot of nice homes and nice neighborhoods and things like that. So I guess maybe that's the need for banking. This thrift shop here is super cool. It's a really cute place. It's called Mystery Thrift, and they have so many neat items in there, and they make it really fun, and it's laid out really well, and their prices are like really affordable. So it's kind of a fun place to go if you're ever in this town. I definitely recommend it. Hit the button here. And per usual, we've got a Starbucks. Little Starbucks drive-through right here. Actually, that's it. You can go inside and sit there too. But it's a really nice Starbucks, as they all are, of course. So this is kind of like where we just left, would be what I would consider sort of the new Main Street. All the kind of the newer stuff, the franchises, the fast food, the grocery store, all that stuff. We'll see that when I do the other side of the street. Where we're going to be entering into now, or getting close to, is the Old Town downtown. Everything, this is all still Main Street. This is still a Main Street tour. This is just the newer part of Main Street. Big furniture store here. I mean, look at this thing. It's just huge. Hello, Starbucks. Now we're getting up here, we're getting to this building. It's the old Carnation building, and I guess it's, you've been familiar with the brand Carnation that did the, the milk and all that stuff. So I guess this is an old office building or something of theirs that's been completely repurposed, and it's super cool. They have like a beautiful yoga spot in here that has like a Himalayan salt cave and all kinds of really interesting stuff for relaxing. It's called Flow Motion is the name of it. There's also a place in here called the Armory Fitness, which is cool. It's open 24 hours a day, and they have every type of conceivable, here's the building, it's huge, every type of conceivable piece of gym equipment you would ever want in this thing. And it's cool. It's like an old throwback to like a Gold's Gym type, which is kind of cool. Anyways, it's kind of neat that right here, right on Main Street, you've got all these, nice fitness and wellness places, which is kind of cool. There you go. There's the Armory Fitness right there. Mary Fitness. And there you go, Salt Cave, Sound Bath, all that stuff. So they've got a whole spa here. It's all up in this area here. I'll try to keep it on there while we're walking. Here we're going underneath the underpass. This is like the train that goes right through town here. And let's see, Pioneer Park, Hovender Tenant Lake Park. There's also up here on the right, which I don't know if there's a sign for it, but it's right by the car show. It's called Vonder Yacht Park. And that's another cool park. They've got like frisbee golf. And it's just a really nice walking park with lots of trees. I mean, there's always lots of trees up here, but oh yeah, I forgot. We're getting close to the Metallica Bridge. It's actually a thing. It's called the Metallica Bridge. I could have this wrong, and please correct me if I do, locals, but I believe it was graffitied Metallica many years ago, decades ago, and it just kind of stuck, and so they named it, and they call it the Metallica Bridge. And it's rare, but if there ever is new graffiti on it, like, it doesn't last more than 24 hours before somebody re-puts the Metallica one back up there to keep it the Metallica Bridge. So it's kind of a super cool thing. But look how beautiful this is. This lit up at night. We're crossing the bridge right now. This lit up at night is absolutely gorgeous with the decorations that they have. But the Metallica Bridge crosses the Nooksack River, and that's what we're going to see here, is the Nooksack River, named after the Native tribe here. So here we go. Look at this thing. It is a massive, just a big river here. And look how wide that is. It's just gigantic. Look at how big this whole thing is. Now I'm crossing the bridge, a different bridge. That's, I think, is the railroad only bridge right there. That's for the train. You can see Metallica right there. You need to stop for a second so you can take a look right there. Metallica on the bridge. But yeah, this river is moving fast too. Wow. It is cooking. But yeah, this is super beautiful. Not too bad out either. It's the middle of December. It's about, I think I'm walking about, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not too bad. And I'm not going to do this part of it because I'm just going to stay on the main street here, but right underneath that railroad pass right there where those big blocks are, that's where Yacht Park is. I can kind of see it in the background there. I'll kind of zoom down, but it's super pretty back in there. It's a nice little walk. I don't know why this is, but it always cracks me up. This car wash, no matter when I've come here, is always slammed busy. And I don't understand that because it rains all the time, but maybe the locals can help me out with that one too. I shouldn't say it rains all the time. It basically drizzles quite a bit, you know, during most months. Although the summer, maybe not so much. But I've already been here for like a week and it hasn't rained one time, so maybe the rain thing's overrated. Okay, we're getting now into this is the old downtown. This is you can see we're hitting, we're still on Main Street, but now this is kind of the old original downtown stuff, which is super cool. They have a lot of nice bars and sports bars and restaurants. Kind of some really nice ones down here. They've won some awards and things like that. This district's new and really super nice. Or newish, I guess. Yeah, this is kind of a little bit bigger than I had thought. Okay. Here's kind of a cute little alley. They show you some dance moves down the alley here. How to do the cha-cha. This is a nice nice diner here. One second, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. There we go. Okay, moving on. Hold on. Putting on my glove. Alright. Looks like we got a sports card shop here. What do you know? I'm finally getting my first sprinkles of rain today. That's cool. Now this place I've heard is pretty fancy, this leader block. They've won a bunch of awards for really nice Italian dining and wine and all that stuff. Looks like there's some other businesses down there. Little part of City Hall, it looks like. Or City Hall Annex building. Yeah, it's raining. See how long I can go for. Look at these old buildings down here, so cool. Look how cool that is. Same here, we've got a mural on this one too. Super cool. So we're still on Main Street here. cool too, all the little trash cans that they have scattered out, they all have little murals on them. There's one here, one across the street there. They're all painted up all super cool. Down here you can see sort of an old mill. I don't know if that's what that is, but also there's a couple other places down here. Nice big Mexican food place, a El Salvador place. Anytime Toffee is pretty popular down there. Bunch of restaurants things here. And that's down 3rd Street off of Main Street. There's a lot of stuff going on there. I've heard about this place, but never been. Heard it's pretty famous, this Barb's Pies and Pastries. Yeah, Main Street's pretty long in this town. A lot going on. It looks super cool at nighttime when they've got all their big street lights on and the Christmas decorations on. It looks really cool. Yeah, it looks like there's a couple little houses right here on Main Street, even though it's Main Street. Wait for the light here. Post office. Now we're coming up here pretty soon. We're going to cross the street and we're going to see the Ferndale Library, which is awesome. I've been inside. It is absolutely beautiful, especially for the size of this town. What they offer inside is really super cool. It's very, very modern. It's got great views outside the library. You can sit there and read a book and just be overlooking this beautiful meadow with lots of trees and stuff. It's super cool. We're also going to see up here, there's a guy that has built this a really super cool house. It's like a landmark, and I guess there's a lot of stories behind it, but he's stuck with it, and it's just this really unique home that he's built, and it's just super cool. You'll see it here in just a minute. You can see it on my left here, on the left there. Already see that beautiful clock tower. Look how tall that is. Anyway, we're gonna go over there just to see it, even though it's now Main Street actually goes quite a bit farther down this road. There's actually some more businesses and stuff down that way. And the other cool thing about Ferndale, Bellingham, in this area is the big casino out here called SILVER Reef Casino. Silver Reef Casino is right here in Ferndale. So it's like, look at that beautiful big building there. Super cool. And then here's the library. But Silver Reef is a massive casino, and they get top-notch entertainment there. Just a ton of really nice hotel rooms, big casino floor, really nice restaurants and everything. That's right here in Ferndale. And again, Ferndale's like maybe 6 miles north of Bellingham. I don't know, it takes like 5 minutes on the freeway because you just get on the I-5 there. But like, to give you an example, the Bellingham International Airport, even though it's in Bellingham, is closer to Ferndale than it is probably 90% of Bellingham, just to tell you how close it is. So again, from my own perspective, I feel like Ferndale's basically like even though it's its own town, it is basically a nice suburb of Bellingham, just a little bit to the northwest. Okay, so here we are walking down on the other side of the street of Main Street, headed back the way we came. It looks like we're getting close to City Hall here. And normally, you can see, I'm going to pan to the right here real quick, but you're going to see like a lot of trees over there. And just normally it's just so lush and thick here, but of course, you know, we're in the dead of winter, so a lot of the green is gone right now. And here's Ferndale City Hall. Like some more businesses over here real quick in case we missed them earlier. Another one of those cute little side mural things. Cute murals on these things. They're really cool. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to say that I've noticed in this town is, remember how I said earlier that there's a lot of banks? The other thing there's a lot of dentists. So I don't know why, but there's a lot of banking and a lot of dentists here. Maybe smile, you got money? I don't know what that means. Some other businesses back in here just off of Main Street a little bit. Looks like there's, oh, look at this cool mural. I don't know if we were able to see it the other way, but look at that cool wall mural. You know, they have lots of beautiful murals in this town, and cool building designs, cool old building design. You can see there's a lot more stuff out this way too, off of Main Street. There's a whole bunch of businesses and buildings back in there too. This is off of 3rd Avenue again, going the other way. There's another road in town where a lot of businesses are. I think it's called Vista Drive. But we're just going to do Main Street today. statue there, or totem. At the bank. It's a cool little place here, this Outlaw Saloon, and there's a restaurant here called Cedars. It's pretty popular. I have eaten at this place across the street here too, Dimitri's Greek and Italian. It's very good. I've eaten there before. Super old mural for a gas station. That's crazy. Pretty cool. Look, there's more businesses down there. I think that's where like the senior center is, Boys and Girls Club, stuff like that's down that way, I think. Or maybe it's this next street. It's a Main Street Bar and Grill. They have these things here in Washington I didn't know about, that they're called pull tabs. They're kind of similar to like a scratcher ticket, but you can trade them in right away for other ones. And so a lot of these bars and stuff have these, they're called pull tabs. You can go down there. That's where the Boys and Girls Club is, and the senior center and all that stuff. So there's something down there. That's also where Pioneer Park is, down that way. So there's Pioneer Park. We passed Yacht Park earlier. There's Hovender Park and Tennant Lake. A bunch of parks right here. All of them right on Main Street, which is pretty cool. So you can get to all these parks just right down here. Oh, and one other park that I forgot, which is one of the nicest ones, or the most scenic, is called Centennial Riverview Park, and that's our Centennial Riverwalk Park. And that's right here, again, right off of Main Street. We're not going to go down it all the way, but I'm just going to show you a little bit real quick before we cross the bridge. Oh, there you go. Happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas. You can do that with any number of trees down here, I think. But see this beautiful river walk that goes all the way down there? Super beautiful, super cool. But it basically follows this river here, the Nooksack River. And on the other side of the river, that's Hovender Park. It's huge. I don't even know how many acres is it, but it's big, beautiful park. But anyways, we're gonna get back on the road here, back to Main Street. We're on Main Street. I just went away from the bridge for a second to show you this little Centennial Riverwalk Park. And now we'll get right back to where we were. See, still people doing car washes even though it's raining. Actually, it's just sprinkling, which is usual up here. I've never been here once where there's like a downpour. It's always just kind of little bits of sprinkling, which, like, well, let's put it this way. All the times I've been to Washington, at least up at the Bellingham area, I have yet to see somebody actually having an umbrella. I'm sure they do, I just haven't seen it. But yeah, I don't really see a lot of umbrellas being used. Okay, here we go. Look at that big, massive river. Thing's huge. Just a big old river. Area off to the right, there's that Hovender Park. You'll see all those vehicles kind of parked out there, There's a whole area over there where you're allowed to let your dog off leash and it can just run around kind of free and in the open, and it's a big area. Anyway, it's kind of cool. That place has always got some people there, it seems. This will give you some, I'm going to give you some look at that Carnation building I mentioned earlier. Look at the size of that building. It is just big. Big, 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 big. That old Carnation building anyway. Okay. Keep on walking. Okay, so this is where that train comes by again. This is the other side of the train tracks, or the train bridge that we were walking past earlier in the tour. Across here. Across underneath the bridge. I love this artwork, it's pretty cool. Look at this nice artwork that they did underneath the bridge. Okay, so as soon as you cross underneath that bridge that we just did where the train goes, you go from old downtown, or old town, to sort of the new Main Street. And that's where this is now. This is the new Main Street. And you'll see, you notice over there it was kind of the older style buildings, the original stuff. Now look at all these are just much more modern buildings, modern businesses, franchises, that type of thing. As soon as you cross on the bridge. So now we're on the new side of Main Street. That's where we're at now. And you can see it, it's pretty obvious. Scan here at the thing to show you all the sides here. This is all four corners. There's the Starbucks, there's the Mystery Thrift, there's Woods Coffee and O'Reilly, and then here's the Walgreens on this corner. There's a bunch of cool shops back in this corner here too. You can see back there's a pizza place and some health places, health food places. Alright, I'm gonna cross here. Look at these. How cute are these? Those are pretty cool. I like what would normally be considered an eyesore, just like a box, how they've turned them into artwork in the town. I think that's a pretty cool idea that other cities should adopt. I think they do that also in Bellingham. And I think they maybe also do it in Linden too. So maybe it's a thing that they're doing here. But I like that idea. cities and towns are doing that. This Woods Coffee is kind of like the main competitor to Starbucks in town. They're all over here in the Bellingham area. All the towns around here, Linden, Blaine, Ferndale here. Seems to be a Woods Coffee just about everywhere. They're super nice. They've got fireplaces in them, and lots of them have 2 stories to just read and hang out. They're a very nice alternative to Starbucks up here. Not to knock Starbucks, I like them too. I'm just saying, it's kind of cool. Okay, we're coming up here, and on your right, you're going to see one of the 2 kind of main grocery stores here in Ferndale. This is called Hagen, and it's pretty good size and big. Kind of like, it's got everything in there. You can even eat inside there. And you might think, gosh, this town's actually pretty big. It's probably close to 20,000 people. Why would it only have 2 grocery stores? Well, because again, it's basically Bellingham North. I mean, it's just barely north of Bellingham. It's just so many people going to Bellingham to get their groceries, whether it's Costco or Fred Meyer or Safeway or Walmart or whatever. There's tons of grocery stores in Trader Joe's. I think they got 2 of them. They're going to have a second one in Bellingham. So Whole Foods, that's also in Bellingham. So because it's so close, they really don't have a need for more than just a couple right here, because so many people are always in Bellingham doing whatever. They just shop there. But we're actually going to go by the second grocery store here, which is my favorite. It's called the Grocery Outlet, and their prices are like ridiculously good. So I don't know how they do it. I think they just buy up like closeouts, or buy in bulk, or buy in such a way that they get always these just ridiculous deals. And they've got Grocery Outlet's kind of cool because they always have like the staples, but then they have like a bunch of stuff that's kind of always changing based on what kind of deals they can get and give, and it's kind of cool. So that's where we're headed to once the light changes. Take a view out this way real quick. Let's see, I got it here. I'm going to go real quick. Okay. Go. Sorry, we had to wait a whole nother round. How cool is this? You can get milk and butter right here from Edeling Farms. There's actually or an Edeling Dairy. There's actually a dairy. If we went down on 3rd Street, I think it is, you go down to Vista Lane, and there's actually a whole bunch of other businesses. Another gym down there, and a big dairy, and some other stuff. But there's lots of businesses here that could be highlighted that have done really well. That Anytime Coffee, I know, is super popular and is becoming quite an attraction. There's a Fringe Brewing down there, which we didn't see. That was on a side street. That's another nice bar, another nice bar actually. I don't know if they do food there or not. But here we go. This is also the bowling alley. Mountain Baker Lanes is here, and it's huge. The building doesn't even look that big, but it's a big bowling alley with arcade games and a big bar and a restaurant and all kinds of stuff inside of it. So it's pretty cool. So we're just gonna go down there real quick. Still on Main Street. But we have reached back to this sign again, which shows the Vancouver, Seattle. We'll come back to that in a second. So this is all off of Main Street too here, just a little smidge. There's the Grocery Outlet. There's the Mountain Baker Lanes. And yeah, just a big shopping center here, right off of Main Street. Because the pizza joint in here, a lot of people like it. It's a little chain up here called Coconut Kenny's that a lot of people are really fond of. But there you go. That concludes our Main Street tour.